Good evening. Today is Thursday, January 31st, 2013, and you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today we're back in Acanthop Isle. Specifically, we're here at the post office, the new post office at 4 Squared Northwest, which is the name of this lot. And we have, the reason why it's named 4 Squares, I mentioned in the previous episode, is because these 4 squares are the first cabins that were settled by the newly arrived residents of Acanthop in its history, the mainland's history, I should say. And before we get playing on this lot, I wanted to show you an extra point that I missed letting you know about with the customer selector that I talked to you about when we were doing the cemetery a few episodes back. This gray cement block is very important for being able to set up your lot so that you can have any kind of customer come that you'd like at any different time. The most important thing is to note this little time control clock. Both of these items are available in your miscellaneous section. There's the customer selector. And then one page over for me is the little red customer selector clock. What this means is that you can take a clock and attach it to the block. It will give you whatever, I don't know what the number refers to. And you have the little clock, you assign it to the block, and then you set the hour that you want the block to work for. Let's say that you would only like kids to show up, or you don't want kids to show up during school hours. So you would go to age, child, not, in other words, no children show up here. And then you would set the time on this customer selector to be from 8 a.m. perhaps to 3 p.m., something of that nature. And that kids will only start showing up after 3 p.m. using this customer selector. And for each, and then if you'd like to add something else, you can just put another customer selector down and say, I would like vampires to show up from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. You'd put down another customer selector, go to person state, and vampire, and then click and, or depending. And let me explain that more clearly. If you don't want vampires to show up, click no. If you want vampires to show up, but they can also be other things that show up. You can have a vampire or humans, or a vampire or werewolves, or a vampire or any other thing that you have set here, and you click or. If you want only vampires to show up, then you click vampire and anything else you want to have. But they have to be a vampire. There, that's the simple little, that's basically Boolean. I don't know how you say it, Boolean logic. B-O-O-L-E-A-N. It's a and or not search terms. And defining terms, Boolean logic. Anyway, so I have my little customer selector set up just the way I want it to. I don't need to set anything different for times. For right now in Acanthop, I'm just going to do things simply and have whichever Sims happen to show up, show up. And the other thing I wanted to show you about was this very cute little mail stand. I'll show you how that works when a customer comes. It is from PC Sims, which is available at Sims 2 Graveyard. It is called Post Box or Post Office Box. And you have a number of things that you can do to send Sims different letters and that kind of things. So let's, without further ado, get the day started. It's currently 7:06 a.m. in Acanthop. And I have to admit that I really like doing that. Oh, and while I'm waiting for a customer to show up, oh, and I suppose it would probably help if I turn the business, turn the business on, huh? I knew that. Okay, so we're open for business in more ways than one here. Okay, so this table here, you'll see this lovely little piece of deco that Maxis gave us to put on tables. One of the most annoying things, though, about deco is, and there are several little things that you can put on the table. For example, you can, put a tiny little flower in the middle of the table. Uh, under lights, I believe there's the candles that you can put on the table. So those things are all very nice. But one of the things that Max is screwed up on royally is when you put something on the middle of a table, a decorative item like that, the table cannot be used by the sim anymore. I don't know why this is, but this is what they did. So, so what I do to get around that really quickly is I just put 2 tables down, one right on top of the other. One's to hold the deco and one's to eat, this for the sim to eat at. That's just how I solve that problem. In case you're ever wondering, for example, if you have started a restaurant and you put a nice candle on each one of the tables and the waitress will not be able to serve, she will come up to the table with the food, and then the food, she'll try and serve it and the food will just disappear. And that's a common problem that people run into in having a own business, and that's the reason why, is generally that there's something on the table. It's very annoying. Anyway, let's get the day started and see who shows up. First up is Ash Martins. Hi, Ash! Ash Martins is a sim given to me by El Conejo Rules. Hello, El Conejo. And she has headed right on over to buy a greeting card for another sim. When she gets home and the greeting card is in her inventory, there's Otto Galloway, one of my favorite sims. I love his name. When she gets home, she'll have these cards in her inventory, and she will be able to send those greeting cards to other sims. I've also downloaded, oh great, some more new sims showing up. This is Sophia Jared Hemingway. And just a little recap, over here are postcards to be sent. And there is Ash having just bought a pack of greeting cards. The greeting cards are by Mog Hewson. MoghugHson. And here's Colin stopping in before school to get a quick beverage on his way to the train station. And there's Otto in the bathroom, looking confused. No, yeah, this is good, Otto. This is really great. Just stand there and block the bathroom. No, I'm good with that. Okay. I'll let it go. And this is Boyd Kimmerly, Nan Kimmerly's husband. And the sales are going. So I'm going to grab a sim now. Might be Otto, let's see. Or maybe he might take off. Where's he going? Otto, I'm going to grab you and have you... that sounded rude. And have you demonstrate a couple things. So you're heading over to browse those cards. That's great. I'm glad you got out of the bathroom. Good for you. You can see that Otto's comfort is set to be halfway here, and that's because on the customer selector I selected this to be a relaxation spot, meaning that the Sims will show up with full need bars except for their comfort, which means they'll seek out places to sit down. And I like to use that for most of my community lots because it encourages Sims to sit down on a bench and talk with each other, and I get a lot of great interaction that way. So Otto is going to first show the parcel service. So all that's necessary to run the parcel service is, this parcel service is by PC Sims, available at Sims 2 Graveyard. You'll need the parcel point cash register, put it down, and an NPC will show up. In my hood, since I didn't have any cashier NPCs, it took a while. My game just generated one. And by the way, let's just say face templates for the win. Woo, hello. Because look at that Sim. Is he not the cutest or what? Yeah, he is absolutely darling. Perhaps I might have one of my teen Sims come to the post office and chat him up. And see if I can't get a relationship for him, because I want those jeans. I want your jeans, babe. And I don't mean the ones you're wearing, I mean the ones you have in your in your blood or whatever. Where are genes kept? Anyway, in your DNA, I guess. So, Otto, now that I've displayed my magnificent lack of understanding of science, I'm going to have him send a parcel. So these are the parcels that you can send. Food, cell phone, table phone, stereo, racer car, which is one of those remote control cars that are in the electronics section of the buy mode. You can send a book, you can send a birthday cake. So this is great if you have a birthday coming up and a sim wants to go to the post office and send another sim a birthday cake. In this case, let's have the sim, let's have Otto send a book. And then afterwards, I'll have him send a large parcel, and I'll have him send some flowers. So the sim will not autonomously go up and send a parcel, but you can just bring a sim here and have them go through it, or as you can see me doing now, I can just grab a sim. So he will pick a form, which is basically considered to be a like a postal shipping form. He'll give the money, which is 5 simoleons, to ship it. And you'll see that 5 simoleon jumping up there. And then the people, whoever you'd like to send it to. It will only have the people that he knows, if I'm not mistaken. So he can send one to Cecil Barrington, to Senna. It will also allow me to sort, as this is standard Maxis dialogue here. I can sort by chemistry. So let's have him send some... who is he good friends with? Lucy. I'm going to have him send Senna. Actually, to save us running around, I'll have him send them both to Lucy so that we don't have to do a lot of loading of lots. To show you that she did receive them. So there's a package for Lucy. And then he'll do the same thing again and send the flowers to Lucy as well too. And then the action is done. After that, he is free to wander around if I deselect him, and he'll become a customer again. Let's show you now the post office box. This is also by PC Sims. I have found that it's best to have it on a community lot because it will it has a high autonomy, so it'll call Sims to come and mess with it a lot if it's on a residential lot. But putting it on a post office lot is perfect. There are some different options here. You can send a letter to someone. You can send a prank letter to someone. You can receive a letter. You can receive, excuse me, you can receive and then immediately read the letter. If you just get the letter, it'll just go right into your inventory for you to read later. Or you can get a letter from an attorney. Let's have him send a letter first. And once again, the people that he knows will pop up, and I'm going to have him once again choose to send that to... I'll have him send a letter to Hazel because she lives in the same house. And it's neat because this is one of the main reasons why I take so much care to name all my lots in my hood. And as part of the lot building, as part of the hood building process, I'll go through as I'm getting towards the end of the hood building process and name each lot. And one of the reasons why is I just like to see the lot name appear. That Hazel lives on the mainland, and she lives in the West Sea House. And Lucy lives with her, and Midriffy lives at Coveside Southeast. Lex lives at Bridgeside House Northwest. So anyway, it's just a fun little thing I like doing. All right, Hazel. And that's it. He'll just send the letter. It will just pop through. You can also send a prank letter, which for Otto would be second nature because he is a prankster if I ever saw one. And he does a little evil grin. And he goes to put the letter in the box. And Hazel is the unfortunate recipient of that letter as well. And then he finishes his little evil thing there, which is quite fun for picture taking. And then over here, he can get a letter. And he just grabs the letter out, and it will go in a second and pop right into his inventory. And here it is. Sitting in his inventory up here. Some flowers he bought at the cemetery. And a letter to the sim that he can take out and put on the ground, and then just click read, and he'll pick it up from the ground or wherever you've put it and read it. And I'll show you the reading animation. It's just the same as reading a book. Get and read letter. A letter comes out. He'll walk away from it, and he will, you know, read it in a very funny, kind of awkward way there. But it was beginning animation, and Katie did a great job. And then a little pop-up will come up that says, that's different. I think there's a few of them. And it says, "Hello, friend. How are you doing? You seem to be very busy these last days. Maybe we can go shopping or take a rest at a bar." And then if you want to, you can just sort of say who that letter was from if you're big into role-playing like I am. Or you can just have him go through the animation because it is cute. And then the last thing is get a letter from the attorney. Now, before we have him do that, take a close look at his needs. He'll get the letter out, walk away, start reading it. "Dear sir, I'm suing the pants off of you. Sincerely, your mother." And then his bladder goes halfway down. So if he happens to read that letter when he already had a low bladder need, he would just pee his pants. Oh, the maturity of it all. So yeah, that's basically the post office box. And let's now deselect Mr. Galloway. Stop controlling him. Go out to the neighborhood. And I'll meet you over at Hazel's house. Here we are at Hazel's house, and it just so happens that you can just see Lex's Mainland Post Office that I'm mousing over there in the background. So it's a quick hop, skip, and a jump to Hazel's house, and the girls are at home. We will be decorating Hazel's hellhole very soon. I think I'm going to do that first over doing the church because it's having a nightclub, you know, place for Sims to go at night for dates and stuff is pretty important. So going over here to Hazel's inventory, you will see a couple of things. One is letter to the Sim. And the other thing is, this is the serving platter she meant to take over so this is the letter that she just got sent from Otto Galloway. And then let's see if Lucy's poor energy has dropped. So in here we have a couple of very neat things. By the way, this, if you remember when I was doing and I'm going to put this up in her room right now, when I was doing the cemetery, you'll remember that I had a Sim paint a painting to show you how I was going to do that, and Lucy was the lucky recipient of that painting. And here it is, ready to put behind her bed. Unfortunately, it does not go up and down with the walls. One of the things that I really, really don't like about the easel set. But I'm hoping one day a modder or custom content creator will feel my plight and make those easels that come off of the modded painting easel go up and down with the wall. So Lucy has two parcels here that were sent to her. The first one is a small parcel, so you can see even the small parcel is a very nice box. And heading over here, I'm just going to have Hazel open this just so you can see it. So you just click open. Hazel will walk over to the box, stand there, and the box will open. Animated lid and everything. And inside is a, guess what? A book! For me, you shouldn't have. And then you can take the book out, and at that point it's just a normal book. You can read it, put it away, you can study something with it. It's a normal book. You can also close the box again if you'd like to. And Hazel is happy with her gift that she has received. And then you can just put it back in their inventory, or you can delete the box once you've taken whatever it is out of it. That was in Lucy's inventory, but I just put it back in Hazel's. And then here's the large parcel. Once again, arrow pointing towards the Sim. and click on that bad boy and open it. And for me, a little bonsai tree. How lovely. And that's the flowers. So, and I don't know if the flowers are always a bonsai tree. I don't know that. But, you know, once once the thing is open, you just take the bonsai tree out, just like any other object, put it around the house. And that's how you send gifts to your friends. And have Sims do that. You can just close the box. The box is neat for putting up in an attic if you want. The Sim will clap and show joy to express their happiness. And I believe, though unfortunately I didn't think about it to test it, and she's already at 100 in her daily and lifetime relationship with Tanner, that and she's in love with him too. So I'm thinking I might have Tanner either move in here with the girls or have Hazel move out. I might have him move in, it'll just be less moving around with the Sims. And if there's enough room for him, there should be. There's a whole, yeah, there is. There's a little office here for him, so I'll probably do that at the next opportunity. Anyway, so that is how the parcel situation works. Let's head back. Let's head black. Let's head black. Do you remember how I was saying that I do that I do tongue twisters before I record? Can you tell that I actually didn't do them right now? Let's head on black over to Lex's post office, and we will just play out a little bit more of the day before we end this episode. But that's how the parcel system works. So I'm always aiming to, let me see if I can do this by jumping over. Can I do that? Nope. I'm gonna have to do it the long way. But I'm always aiming to get a working integrated hood. So when I tell you I have a post office or I have a bank, I've done everything I can to make it as much like a post office or as much like a bank that's interactive as possible. So I'll be teaching you everything that I know about how to do this. Let's head on back over to Lex's. I'll see you over there. Okay, we're back here at Lex's, where he is waiting to rake in the dollars. You have Ash Martin's having a drink here, and the Sims are buying things from the vending machines over here. I like the little animation they go through. If you haven't seen it, let me scroll in for you. This is Colin.
Organ stop.
Yeah, that sounds great. And he has some chips, and then he can just go sit down on the bench and have them. Chips. Those vending machines are awesome. So this is not going to be a high profit lot by any means. I'm not going to use the little Banditron ticket thing. He will just make his way off of what he gains in profit. Over here on this... Oh, Sophia, did you just lose a point? She just got upset there. See you later, Ash. I love it. Somebody's calling him. Which reminds me, I forgot. For two things. One, I should change the ringer so it doesn't drive us crazy. You only have to set that once, but since this is a new lot, I need to set it. I love the clock in the background keeping time. And we're now ranked 2, as that pop-up just told us. And over here is, I'm going to take that out and put in my caller ID, which won't work for this phone call. That it has to kick in before the phone starts ringing. It is over here. I put it on every lot as I scoot right by it. Where is it? Here it is. It's this yellow caller ID. It's from, it's part of a mod set that gives you some extra NPCs, and this is the only thing I use from it. And, oh, and it's not telling me. Ah, Valdea. It's at valdea.com. Valdea.com, if that site is still up and available. Hopefully it is. But that's the only thing I use from that. Oh, and also, it comes disable auto greet, which I don't want. Not that there's any greeting on a business lot, but let's just be thorough, shall we? So when the phone rings, oh hey, no, I lied. Look at that. I accidentally lied. I accidentally lied on purpose accidentally. William Chedward Rimmer III is calling for Lex Hennessy. I didn't even know they were friends. But that's one of the things about Integrated Hood. They make friends when you're not looking. And his phone number, I love how it even includes a phone number. 681-143. Mark that down, ladies, if you want to call up Little Willie and get a date. And I like it. Hopefully I'll be able to get two Sims eating at once and sitting here on the chair and enjoying themselves. And Colin's going for that, it's all he can afford with his allowance money. Oh, here comes Miyabi-chan. I love her. No one's bought a paper yet today. Normally this paper thing is, my Sims get mugged by it. I mean they mug it, I should say. A paper dispenser which mugs you. The cuteness. Look at her. I love the Sim kids, how they just sit there and hang out and chill. And the reason why she's doing that, once again, is I have their comfort set to low so that they'll seek out a comfort spot. And there's Otto throwing his trash away. Oh. So how many of you guys feel this way when you raise a Sim from birth to death, you know, that you get really attached to them because you were there when they were born, and if you are a slow simmer like I am, a slow player playing in rounds or taking a while, you can get pretty attached to those Sims. And I will tell you, Miyabi-chan is becoming a favorite of mine. I quite like her. She's so cute. Oh, did she just get a paper? She did! Miyabi-chan just got a paper! So now we know about Miyabi-chan. I gotta get a picture of this. She's so cute. Oh my god, check out the cuteness. Oh, the maximized cuteness. She really knows how to work at that kid. Let me get a close-up of her. She may be an orphan, but she plans on getting somewhere in the world. I'm wondering if she might be a finance sim. You know, fortune sim. I'll be taking a picture and be right back with you. So, Miyabi-chan, I was wondering if she might be a fortune sim because I feel like she's looking up the latest stock quotes. She's, like I said, she's an orphan, but she's planning on getting somewhere in life. And there's Senna, who I'm gonna move in, you know, with another sim because I have a couple single sims living in lots alone, and they aren't nearly as interesting. I'm gonna have Lex do a may I help you on that, since he can jump off of the cash register and come around and help Tanner. I need to get a card for my missus for her birthday. Oh wait, he hasn't got a missus. Let's see what he ends up showing him. Oh, I can't follow them fast enough. Where are they going? They're going the long way around. Okay. Lex is like, yeah, you know. Okay. Oh, that was weird. Over here, Tanner. I think that's very... Oh, I'm having a lighting problem. What's going on with my lighting? Did you guys see that? Hey, Lex, get back here. But I gotta find out about the stocks. Come on. I want to assign him to be a cashier again before I get a customer up here. Break time, though. He's like, I work hard. I deserve it. I have some papers over here. Since this is a post office, these would be yesterday's papers that didn't sell or something like that. Lex, quit reading that paper. Somebody's going to want your help soon. I am going to make one change that I don't like. And that is... I have these benches back here. But I can see that when Sims are buying things... I'm going to be so rude and just snatch them right off their bench. And delete the bench. I would like Sims to sit together and talk, and these benches are separating them, so that one Sim is on one bench and the other. By the way, if you do that, if you take a Sim off when they're using something, as we found in the police station, it might get them some stuck effects on them, but with that lightning, if you haven't seen the police station episode, I won't ruin that for you. But they'll just pop out of there, whatever they're doing, as you can see. Or sit there and eat on nothing. I love it. One finger only. Because he's a classy dude. He's a classy criminal. But when he finishes that animation, which is pretty funny, he'll pop up, basically, is all I'm trying to say. What? Are they talking about smooching again? These are some... I have some, as my grandma would say, some fast little orphans. That was like a crime when I was a kid, to be fast. Guys don't go with girls who are fast. Otto. There he goes. He popped out. And he'll put that away, and now hopefully they'll all sit down at the bench. I mean, I'm sorry, at these chairs at the table here. Then we can get some chatting done as well. So everything on this lot is running quite smoothly. I think we are ready to close this lot up and make it available for other Sims to come and visit. Lex is, I'm having a slight lighting problem. I don't know what's causing it. I am not sure about that. It's happening when I scroll out a little bit. Anyway, at first I thought it might be lightning, but I'm not sure. But anyway, on that note, I think I'm going to end this episode with the post office running smoothly. When we go into other Sims houses who have bought cards, greeting cards, we'll see those greeting cards there. We'll see the post office... I'm sorry about the lighting here. That's flipping out on me. We will... see the post office postcards that they've bought, and we'll be able to send those to other Sims and create some more stories with those. So I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, yay, Lex got a silver cash register talent badge. Moving along in the world, Lex. You have a baby coming. You're gonna have to support it. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below and encourage me. And if you loved what you saw, then I invite you to subscribe and join the party. And Senna, really? Could you act like you have some class? Senna! Oh! There's a youngling about. Really? Really? And on that note, I'll wish you a very good night. From Acanthop. Senna! Gosh, Acanthop Isle. Thanks so much for watching.